Hello! Today the BCMTV is here in a bookstore. And why? Me and Ligia, we are here to interview Carla Jensen. It's a writer who wrote a book about Brazilian folklore. And she's gonna tell us all about it.
Hi, Carla.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me
Sure,
here.
it's amazing.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in São Paulo, Brazil, and while I was there, I went to school for marketing. And on my first year of school, I got a job on a big publisher working with one of the biggest magazines in Brazil. And however, I wanted a little bit more from life. So I decided, when I finished college, I decided to move to the United States.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did an exchange program, the au pair program, which is basically a live-in nanny, where we study, we go to school, and we take care of the kids, living with the family. After the program, I wasn't fluent in English yet because I didn't speak English at all.
So when you came, you didn't know?
No, I didn't speak
wow.
anything. So it was a little challenging.
Yes, it's the cultural shock.
Yeah.
English is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I ended up changing my visa for a student visa, and I went to school here, and I majored in psychology.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats. And how do you come up with the idea of making a book about Brazilian folklore?
Well, when I was in the au pair program, I always wanted to give gifts to the kids that I work for that represent me. They represent a little bit about my culture. And after a while, giving Havaianas all the time wasn't that great. So I was like, well, I wish there was something else that we could do. When I finished the program, I sincerely didn't have enough time, but I always had this idea that I wanted to do a little bit more. So that's when I come up with the book. I was like, oh, maybe I can talk a little bit about folklore. I love these stories. I love reading.
Yeah, that's
so
nice.
I ended up creating the book.
Yeah.
That's very nice. The stories we grow up with.
Yeah.
It's
So
super nice.
tell me about your book.
Well, so the book is all in English because, as I said, the idea is to give either to American kids or kids that are raised here by Brazilians as well. And we talk about 5 characters, which is, in my opinion, the most famous characters on our folklore. So we talk about Saci Pererê, Yara, o Curupira, o Boto Cor-de-Rosa, e o Boitatá. So in the book, Americans or people who speak English, they also are able to learn how to say like a Brazilian. My husband's American, for example, and once we have children, I want our culture to be part of it. And yes, I want to teach my kids how to speak Portuguese, but I know that English is going to be the first language. So I wanted for them to have something that they would feel like they are Brazilian as well, because they will be.
It's very important.
Yeah.
What is the age you think the book is?
So the book, it's not hardcover. And also the stories, they do rhyme and everything. And so it would be a little bit more advanced. I would think that from 5 to 10, it would be a good age range. But I've been having people buying from all ages just because.
Yeah, this is what you say.
So
because
unique.
people who like the Brazilian music, especially here, sometimes you go and they sing some songs and they have the Saci, and people want to know. So
my American friends are really getting a kick out of it.
Right?
I was like, let me teach you about my culture. And the stories are completely adapted for children. I don't know if you guys remember, but our folklore has some shady parts about, the characters. Some of them drink, some of them smoke. So So I took everything else, all these parts that are not for children, I end up changing it up, but I kept the essence of each character.
Yes, because the Saci, he used to smoke a
pipe.
And
so I did not mention that.
They took the pipe from the Saci.
He still only have one leg, but he doesn't smoke pipe anymore.
Okay.
Tell me about your company.
So so when I created a book, instead of taking to an actual publisher, I decided to open a publisher myself, because my idea is in the future to create more books and to give the opportunity for people who want to write books as well, to have a company that they can rely on. So
That's great for everybody, for the Brazilians.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm still not there yet,
Would be
that I'm
nice.
accepting publications, but that's my
Uh-huh.
goal in the future to
That'd
be
be
able to
amazing.
help out
Yeah.
other people who want to publish their own book.
Great.
It's a lot of hard work, so I wanted
Yeah,
to make
I
it a
know.
little easier.
Ah, that's great. Thank you
Yeah,
for
you too.
that too.
Yeah,
Right?
Of course.
And what is your next project?
So I am gonna dive a little deeper into the Brazilian folklore. So this book is just an introduction from each character that we mentioned here. But my next, I'm gonna make another 5 books, which is gonna be a
Okay.
longer story, diving a little deeper with the characters' stories and their adventures around Brazil.
Ótimo, ótimo, ótimo.
Yeah, I did all the illustrations too, so
Was-
that took a lot of
Oh, you
work.
did?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So which one is your favorite on this?
I think the cutest looking for me
Yeah.
is the Boto Cor-de-Rosa. I really like him.
Yeah,
But
Boto.
my favorite story is Boitatá.
Oh,
Boitatá.
Yeah, I really like their
Uh-huh.
story. And Yara too. I guess I
Ah,
like
Yara.
them too.
Yeah, Yara, né?
She was a big warrior, and it's so important for female
Yes.
power.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's how many females we have? We have Saci, Yara, Curupira. Curupira é homem ou mulher?
He's a boy.
he's a
He's a
boy.
boy.
Curupira.
Yeah, he's the one that has the backwards feet.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
That's great, right, Lisha?
Yeah, I'm so excited. for
I'm
it.
so happy. I know I have someone that I want to give this. So I'm very happy. Thank you so much to take your time, come here, visit us, and show us your work. And it's very, very nice because we really, we don't have it, and it's gonna be so nice now. It's something that is coming. And I see the fogueira here, so São João is coming, so we should
Festa
Festa Junina.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna be in a couple Festa Junina
That's
party
great.
Yeah.
selling the book.
That's
so
wonderful.
if you're going to a Festa Junina party
Yeah,
in
gente.
Chicago, I'll be there.
É wonderful. Ok.
Yeah,
Queria
thank
te agradecer, Carla.
Muito
obrigada.
obrigada.
Você é uma
Obrigada,
linda, né?
Gente, muito obrigada. Super empolgada.
Isso aí. Valeu, gente. Mais uma vez a gente conversou com uma brasileira de primeira e assim vai ser sempre, né, Lígia?
É,
Nosso
fiquem com
programa-
Deus e até mais. Não deixe de assistir o nosso canal.
Tchau, gente.
Fica ligadinho
Beijo.
que tem novidade chegando.
Fica ligado, hein? Assina lá nosso canal. Google, Facebook, Instagram,
YouTube.
ok? YouTube. Ok. Mas procura a gente no Google que você vai achar facinho. Brasil Chicago TV. And we are like speaking Portuguese right now. You see? So bye
It's a mix.
everybody. Thank you. I was talking with Carla today and see you next. Bye.
Bye.
So Carla, if someone wanna buy the book, what they do?
Well, just go to our website, www.solariumbooks.com. And if you use the code BCMTV, you're going to get 15% off on your book.
Yes.
So let's take advantage of that.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Bye.
What's your dream?